Yeah, hyp2rlite 2 this time. Well, it's come full circle. I've actually only done 3 skate reviews on this channel, and there's a reason that I'm going to get into it in this video. So stay tuned. My experience with the hyp2rlite 2 skate over the last 6 months since it came out in late June has been love-hate. And the reason that I actually didn't really decide to do many skate reviews is because of the fit of the skate. The skate itself needs to fit you well, and I think that goes without saying, but even with the hyp2rlite 2 skate and the experience I have with this, it's hard to do a review on a skate if you're dealing with foot pain, ankle pain, and fit issues. So at the end of the day, I could tell you my experience, but if you like what you hear and the skate doesn't fit, it kind of doesn't hold any relevance. Skating is the single most important aspect of hockey, and the next would be kind of stick handling and using the puck. But based on that, the aspect of your fit is the most important. And I think a lot of beer leaguers and new players and stuff don't put enough into trying different skates and finding the best one that fits them. So that is really the most important aspect of this video. If you're new to hockey, just because this skate looks good, or I tell you that it feels great, or somebody says I got the hyp2rlites, are awesome, no matter what, try a lot of skates because fit is the most important. And I don't mean just kind of leave them on your feet at the store. I mean like walk around for like half an hour, make sure 100% they feel okay. Which brings me to my next point. I thought that the fit would be the same from the hyp2rlite 1 to the hyp2rlite 2, and it just wasn't. I went with the same fit 3, 7.5, and it is not the same. I have ankle issues, and I have footbed issues and pain, etc. So again, I just kind of went with and didn't take my own advice and was like, the hyp2rlite skate should be the same, bought it, and really, I probably should have tried on some different skates. So even if you're going from generation to generation, you should still try the skate and make sure 100% that it fits properly. Now, with that said, the reason that I enjoy the hyp2rlite skate is because of the forward flexing, injected eyelets, and tongue. I am by nature an upright skater. I only learned as an adult. I didn't learn as a kid. I'm not a technically good skater, and the skate itself does help me maintain forward flex and get that big knee bend when I'm staying upright.
Every day feels boring, the same thing, routine in the morning. Grew up too fast without warning, and when it rains it's pouring. I got dreams, big dreams, I wanna do big things, but I just can't seem to put it all together. I just wanna be seen. I'm jumping ship, I'm a diving, middle of the ocean, swimming till I find it. I see an island out ahead, filled with things that I've wanted since I was a kid. Swim to it with every muscle I've got, sucking down water in my lungs till I cough. But I won't give up, I'll never stop till I wash up on the sand or my heart finally stops. I will be the best, headed out for change, I just started on my quest. Yeah, the world will know my name, I'm excited, I'm obsessed. No one in my way but myself and a test. Yeah, I will be the best, yeah, I will be the best. Life is just a game, I'll be playing till I rest. I'll be there to claim my own spot among the best. Deep within my mind, I'll put all my fear to rest. Cause I will be the best, yeah, I will be the best that I can. I gotta study, I'll cram, I gotta make up a plan to give me some kind of chance. I gotta enter a new mode or else I'll get KO'd. My life's at a crossroad, I'm ready to reload. I gotta learn some kind of lesson from my past. I made mistakes, but I learned how to react. I love the chase, but I need a new path to have a chance to get what I wanna grab. A good life has a good purpose, something that makes everything that you're doing worth it. Something with a bigger meaning that's under the surface, cause that's what's gonna keep you working. It's a journey to make it, I got a life in the making. I choose how I'm gonna shape it, I got new lights in rotation. I flip a switch, I'm fixated, I'm sick of patience and waiting. My destiny is awaiting. I will be the best, headed out for change, I just started on my quest. Yeah, the world will know my name, I'm excited, I'm obsessed. No one in my way but myself and a test. Yeah, I will be the best, yeah, I will be the best. Life is just a game, I'll be playing till I rest. I'll be there to claim my own spot among the best. within my mind, I'll put all my fear to rest, cause I will be the best, yeah, I will be the best. This life is a journey worth taking, every breath in it is sacred. It gets hard and frustrating, but trust me, you just gotta embrace it. Cause what's a journey without enemies? You need some friends, a foe, and an identity. You need an arc, a battle, a little tensity. Create a little bit of energy. I know we don't start the same, but life ain't fair, that won't change. You can't expect that from games, yeah. You might be worse off than others, but better off than another. So just move forward, discover what you see, every little thing that you wanna be. Figure out what is true, respect it, and do it,
Can you zoom in on my skates? Fuck. After that amazing skating montage, this brings me to my next point, is the skate does need to work for your game. As you can see, I am a straight line skater. I'm not weaving in and out and toe dragging people. I just beat people with pure speed. And that's why the injected eyelets really work for me. This didn't really work very well with the mock, and I did talk about that in the mock review, is that the Amflex was kind of a little bit of a gimmick. With the old eyelets versus the injected eyelets, I felt and didn't have the same confidence in my skating. A lot of people said that I looked awkward and I just wasn't skating how I normally did. Now, that's coming from a person that's not a great skater anyway, but if the injected eyelets were helping and keeping me in a forward motion as fast as possible, the mock did bring that back a little bit. So that kind of brings me to the point where when you're doing the fit, etc., make sure that the skates work for your game. Don't go get a really clunky big skate if you're kind of like a really big toe dragger, you're doing constant crossovers and stuff like that. Make sure the skate is pretty streamlined, because there is some skates on the market that are a little bit clunky. So just something to keep in mind. Let's start with the Fly TI runner. My experience with this runner is it doesn't hold an edge very well. And I get my skate sharpened usually once a week because I play 2 to 4 times per week. And the edge quality on the Fly TI is not good. And at the end of the day, I don't know why, because it isn't their high-end steel, but I'm constantly losing edges, and I use a 7/16 sharpening, which is generally on the sharper side, and it doesn't hold that edge like the Blade Tech did in the profiling video. So personally, I would not go Fly TI steel. I would go with either black steel or Blade Tech if it fits. Now, here's the other thing, is I have not really tested any of that recently because of the Powerfly holder, so just keep that in mind. My understanding is it's back capable. It's just not forward capable, but you can't put the Fly TI in an old skate, but you can put others in this, maybe with some modification. But I'm running Fly TI steel right now because I've just been spending a lot of money on hockey stuff, and that's what I had when I bought the skates 6 months ago. All right, let's talk about the Powerfly holder. This is significantly stiffer than the Tuque holders, and I think that's what's giving me the foot pain. So something to keep in mind. I never had foot pain with the hyp2rlite 1, the Mox, any skate previously, and then getting the Powerfly holder, being as stiff as it is and as responsive as it is, it does seem to give me some pain issues. So if you're a person with plantar fasciitis or you have pain in your foot, the Powerfly probably isn't the best. If you're a person without those issues and you're a powerful skater, you'll probably feel the responsiveness and enjoy it. Small confession on top end skates. I have been running top end skates for 17 years playing hockey as an adult, starting at age 23 or whatever the heck it was that I started, and I'm now 40. Now, the reason that I've always worn top end skates is because one time when I first started, I went to Canadian Tire and I tried skates on. They were so uncomfortable. It was ridiculous. I put them back. I went to a hockey store at the time, got fitted for skates, and sure enough, they were like, top end skates can be more comfy, blah, blah, blah. I've been running, the Total Ones, MX3s. I was running 1Ss, APX skates, the whole shebang, since the very beginning. So I have a small confession. I've never really noticed stiffness in a boot. Every time I change skates, the boot feels just as stiff as it always has to me. So I'm going to be honest, as I can't comment on the stiffness and responsiveness on the boot because I've always been running a stiff skate and that's all I know. Now, in terms of the quarter package and the comfort of this skate and the stiffness is I am struggling with a bit of ankle pain and moldability. I don't know why I had to bake these twice. I wasn't a fan the first time. I had brutal ankle pain, wasn't working. OG hyp2rlite, I was fine. Probably the comfiest skate I've had in a while with the Mox. And then trying this on, ankle pain, pinching pain, all sorts of stuff with the quarter package and the interior comfort. Now, it has been mitigated a little bit after a second bake and wearing a thicker sock. I can now manage this skate, which is nice, but I did one time bring my thinner socks with me, and I had pain again. So unfortunately for me, this skate isn't working with my ankles. Keep in mind, I have a right broken ankle that's 4 years in now, and that's probably part of the issue. I need extreme comfort. So if you have any ankle issues, foot pain issues, and the stiff package, the kind of moldability that's a little bit duller, and the Powerfly holder, all contributing to stiffness and rigidity, I think that you'll continue to have foot pain and you probably should look at a different skate with more comfort like the Mach. So with that said, on the comfort, let's just talk about the fit very, very quickly. I found these to be shorter in length than the OG hyp2rlite. I'm using a 7.5 and I had a 7.5 Fit 3. This is a Fit 3 in my OG hyp2rlites. I never touched toes ever, same insoles, and I touch my toes at the tip of this. So I think a half size extra would have been nice. Just keep it in mind if you were going from a hyp2rlite or a previous Vapor like a 2X Pro, I also had that skate, 7.5, 7.5 OG hyp2rlite, 7.5 hyp2rlite 2, all of a sudden the toe box is too short and I'm constantly scraping my toes. So it's just something I had to get used to. It's calmed down as the skate broke in, but it still gets annoying once in a while. I have to tie my skates pretty tight just to keep my foot from constantly hitting the end. A couple generations ago, CCM and Bauer went to a new fit system to kind of broaden their range to most consumers to try and avoid losing customers to the custom skate market like the Trues. Giving the 3, Fit 1, Fit 2, Fit 3 gave everybody the ability to hopefully fit more people into, say, a Vapor cut boot or a Supreme cut boot or a Jet Speed cut boot, etc. But long gone are the days where the Vapor cut and the Mach are as massively different in fit. There is features, for example, the height of where this sits on your ankle and etc. in terms of differences in the fit, but the actual Fit 1, 2, and 3 fits generally across the board about the same. Now, the interesting part with the Vapor skate, just so I want people to understand, is going from the Mach to the hyp2rlite 2, I noticed right away where this sits on my ankle is much lower, so it's a stability thing that you just have to get used to. If you're going from, say, another higher cut skate, like a Tax or a Supreme or even a True, and then come to a hyp2rlite, you will notice right away that this side feels way lower on your ankle and takes a bit to get used to. Okay, for all the skeptics out there, the Injected eyelets is a far superior skating style of laces than anything out there. I cannot even use regular laces anymore. First of all, they're too far in and they drive me nuts trying to get them like in there. Drives me crazy. Whereas the Injected eyelets are just really accessible and easy to use. And second, the hyp2rlite skate and the Injected eyelets since the original 1X, I believe, has been my favorite, and it just makes perfect sense. The skate has almost like a rectangle, so it keeps the laces true as they go in. The flex is way, way, way better, coupled with the tongue, which is the next section, and I just love them so much. If you haven't tried Injected eyelets, I recommend trying on a hyp2rlite or Vapor skate and seeing if you like it, because the flex is night and day. So A lot of people talked about durability issues in this, on the forums and things like that. I've never busted an injected eyelet ever, but I'm also not a defenseman. I don't block shots or anything like that. You know, you're not really getting slashed to this area very often. If you're a defenseman and you're constantly taking pucks off the injected eyelets, I could see you maybe cracking one or breaking one eventually. Probably something that happens, but as a forward, there's no way. And even at 200 pounds, I'm a 200-pound guy. You know, the weight and stuff, I don't break these. So injected eyelets, far superior in my opinion to regular lacing systems. hyp2rlite 2 tongue. A lot of people talked about the OG hyp2rlite and how they hated the tongue. I actually didn't mind it. I just hated the colors on it and how silly it looked. But the hyp2rlite 2 tongue is a massive upgrade. It is very comfortable. And it does help with the injected eyelets in terms of forward flexation. And I feel that coupled with the Powerfly holder, injected eyelets, and the tongue, with the stiffness from the bottom and the flex in the boot and tongue and laces, it is the perfect combination for forward flex to just help super fast going forward. And of course with agility, etc. But as an upright skater, this gives me the ability to be forward in my skating without really bending my knees, which is nice, and not feeling like I'm on my heels all the time. The tongue has slight little durability issues in terms of the actual felt. You can see here, yep, there's the big hole. You can see it once I move over. There is some durability issues here. It rubs, of course, right here. I think eventually this will probably all be gone. Now, does that really matter? Does this felt do anything? Not really, but at the same time, you kind of wish that they did a better job with the felt. Remember, this is 6 months. In terms of the tendon guard, it's actually quite stiff. I've never really been a proponent of somebody that thinks that the tendon guard actually does much in terms of propelling you forward, because whenever you look at somebody skating, you know, their ankle and calf is always kind of like away from it, and it very rarely comes there except on the one press on your acceleration. But with that being said, it does offer a lot of nice support because it's stiffer, and I don't want to feel like I ever go back on my heels, and this kind of gives out. So very stiff tendon guard, which is nice and extremely comfortable. I enjoy it. So $1,299 Canadian without steel. Is the hyp2rlite 2 skate worth it? And here it is at the end of the day. The hyp2rlite 2 skate is a very streamlined feeling light skate. Although not the lightest skate ever made by any means, I do believe the original APX was like 100 grams lighter. These are sitting at 800 something. I'll put it on the screen. That was weighed when I first bought them. And although a little bit of steel difference, it is slightly heavier than the OG hyp2rlite. It is 6 months in, but my recommendation is if you wish to try a vapor skate and the hyp2rlite 2 is out and you could still find an OG hyp2rlite, I would go with the OG hyp2rlite, because right now I think they're sitting at $600 to $700. Very, very cheap skate for how amazing those skates are in terms of the vapor, the streamline, the injected eyelets, etc. If you got the money and what I told you about the comfort and stiffness profile, then the hyp2rlite 2 skate is still an amazing skate. And again, watch my other video on sticks and skates, where to spend your money. Skating, in my personal opinion, and skate fit, comfort, feel is far and above anything else that you should be spending money on. And if you literally put in $250 on used equipment for shoulders, elbows, you know, shins, pants, everything else, but you stick with the $1,200 skates, no matter what brand they are, you know, CCM, True, Bauer, does not matter. Spend the money on the really, really good skate. In terms of the hyp2rlite 2 though, hopefully that was helpful. Again, I love the vapor skates for how they feel when I'm skating, but this seems to have a little bit of different fit and comfort issues and giving me foot pain because I already have foot pain issues. It doesn't work that well for me. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.